We arrived in America on day 6. So that was on Tuesday. This was on Wednesday, day 3. So yeah, this was now our second day in America. We've left the hotel. What you've seen there, it's the hotel, and we are walking towards stage. Yep, it is such a good experience because for the first time, not really for the first time, but it's been a while since I walked, to be sincere. And also, I can't remember the last time I used a bus. It's been a while. It's been over years. Yeah, but I mean, it's different state, different things. So yeah, and a good thing. Currently, I'm so used. It's been over 2 weeks actually. I'm doing this video 2 weeks later, and yeah, currently I'm so used to walking, jumping into buses. So it's just a culture thing. Yeah, so here we were walking now from the hotel, or rather from where we were staying. And now, one thing that was so scary is this is our day 2 in America, the one being the day we arrived. And now walking, as much as we had checked, you can see some there walking. And as much as we had checked, we knew where to go board matatu. Like the very first time, there is always that fear of the first time. So yeah, you can see, just to mention, people are so lovely, people are so kind over here. You go and they're busy, hello, hello, like right, left, and center, everyone is saying hello. Yeah, so that's something we experience. Like everyone you pass on the road, they say hello, especially the whites. And yeah, applies to all. But again, one thing, and you'll be able to see because we've done so many videos, that we're going to be sharing. Yeah, please keep up here, keep on watching. By the time we're done with this, you'll have walked the journey to America with us. So yeah, you see, here it's more of what do we call it? Yeah, here. Now we are headed to the stage, and now you can see a couple there, like we've come all along with them. Yeah, you see a bus going that way, so the bus we were waiting for. Actually, if you see a bus standing there, that's one bus that left us. So let me explain to you how the bus operates here. Just like we do, the good thing is that we have Uber. So just like we operate with Ubers, even here they have an app where you even check the bus, how far. One thing about America is punctuality. When they say the bus will be there at 10:30, they don't mean 10:31. They actually mean 10:30. Like their system zao zina work. Their system works. It's not something like to force in the system here. They are working. Um, well, there is a lot. One of the things that I'm being asked is, well, just compare huko kukoaje in comparison to Kenya. This is what I need to say. There is no comparison. You don't compare things that are not similar. There is no similarity at all. Apart from we are all human beings, but oh no, the structures here, let me tell you, things work for real. So yeah, if you can see opposite, there is the bus waiting area. So that's a bus going opposite direction. And we are also in such a cabin for bus waiting area on this other side. That's where we are seated waiting for the bus. Yeah, and boom, the bus came. The bus came. I didn't capture that. But as you keep on watching our videos, you'll be able to see others. Now, one thing, just have a look. Like they're advertising jobs even inside the buses. You see, love what you do, apply today. Like they have jobs. When you get into their buses, up there they have, and you can see, don't embarrass your dog, because of course their buses, oh my goodness, I don't know in Kenya if you have any public means for pets. I doubt, haven't seen any. Yeah, so their buses, they have even sitting area for the pets, for people able differently. Yani, the system here works. People able differently, they actually need no like a guide or someone, because Yeah, bus drivers, they just get out, they help people able differently, they actually support them. But one thing you will realize, they don't stop anywhere or anyhowly. They only stop at the bus station. Only at the bus station. They don't stop anywhere where it's no station for a bus station. Yeah, so here everything is order. Now you can see we are headed to town. We already in town. This is Seattle. This is Seattle. This is Seattle town. Please note the buildings. Note the buildings. We are in Seattle town. There is another video. We visited Space Needle. For Space Needle is somewhere up there. You are able to see Washington. One thing I know most people they don't know, just like we also didn't know, is that Seattle is not a state. All along, even by the time we were coming, I thought that Seattle is a state, but Seattle is not. Seattle is a town, a city. It's a city. It's a city. It's a city. A city in a state called Washington. I know again people will ask, were you in Washington, D.C.? No. Is Washington, D.C. a state? No, it's still Washington, D.C. is not a state. It's also another, I think it's a capital city to a certain state. I'm not so sure which state. But this is Washington, the state. So the reason why the other one is called Washington, D.C. is because and this is Washington because there is Washington. So Seattle is a town in Washington, and Seattle is also not the capital city for Washington. Capital city for Washington state is called Olympia. However, I'm told Seattle is like the biggest, even bigger than Olympia. That's why it's mostly known. And it's so nice. Like everything about this town, when we'll be doing the video about the space needle, oh, you can see the bus there. I got an opportunity or a moment to showcase the bus inside. Yeah, so when we'll be doing that video, you'll be able now to see the city. You'll see all parts of Washington and the nearby states. You will also be able to see like states of California, even Canada. By the Seattle is so next. Okay, let me stop there. Now, here we go to where we were going. This is Seattle Convention Center. So you've seen we've entered the town, and now the entire of this building is Seattle Convention Center, and this is where our conference was. Please remember, this is a day before the conference, so we decided let's just get there so that we can familiarize ourselves with the place. We get to know how the place looks like. We actually didn't expect to be let in. We didn't expect to find people here. So yeah, all this, even that bridge up there, it's a center, the conventional bridge. So yeah, and now what one of the identifier we saw APA 2024 registration. Of course, we had our moment there with the front desk people, and now we were directed where it is. This is a convention center. It's so big than KICC, but the much I can relate to back at home is KICC, you know. So this is not where APA offices are. And just to mention, APA offices, they're not based in one place. Okay, fine. They have their office, but for this particular conference, they keep on rotating from one state to the next. So this time they were coming to Seattle. So definitely they've hired the convention center. Yep. So one thing we were happy about is the way they had put APA colors. You can see that green APA colors, APA 2024, which means it's one of the biggest event. This event was attended to by over 10,000 psychologists across the globe. Oh my goodness. I think all the psychologists in America, Canada, and in Europe were all here. I'm not so sure about Africa, but yeah, you can imagine. And so when we got in, yeah, of course, now that's me, the excitement of not only being in America, but finally getting to where we were coming for the conference, APA 2024 conference, you can see. So we were already up. Um, I think this was level 4, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, we already up APA 2024, and boom, here is the APA. Okay, this is the thing. If you're a researcher, a scholar, someone in academia, or you've done you are even for bachelors, there is the project, thesis, research, dissertation. In Kenya we adapt the APA model. APA. Now, have you ever asked yourself the APA style? When we were doing the referencing, so and so, et al., when you're doing that and putting the year and all that, have you ever asked yourself the meaning of that APA? Yes, it's exactly that. That APA means American Psychological Association. I am not so sure how it came to be that psychologists they gave the reference for this, but anywho, yeah, that's APA. And now here we were at the registration desk. Let me tell you, that work was all intentional. Our t-shirt written the #1 mental health institution in Kenya, in Africa. And now the feeling getting there. Everyone you see, especially here, they are all, Americans, Black Americans, and all that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what if they tell me we're not supposed to be here? And boom, just by giving them our invitation ticket and everything, they were able to print our ticket, and not just printing our ticket. I must confess here, I felt like a kid, like a baby. I was super excited. Like, how do you get somewhere in America and you just give a code and someone calls you by name? They print, wow, like they were waiting for us. Of course, it's us in the midst of other 10,000 psychologists. But yeah, the feeling, it was so fulfilling. And I remember at some point now, yeah, I'm being told, let me print for you the badges. Remember, we are here with our director, so they are printing both our badges. And yeah, I'm like, yes, it's happening, it's real, and we're already here. I was over the moon. Yep. So, and not only that, it was written my name, our names. All our badges had our names. And yeah, we were given the tags. And not only that, I was given a bag, a PA 2024 bag. And at some point, I showed the name. Yes, it's written Triza Kaineka, psychologist and CEO, and also ongoing PhD. I'm pursuing my doctorate at USIU in clinical psychology. Yeah, yep. Like, oh my goodness, even a book. It had a book there, APA book. Wow, that feeling, let me tell you, it's the small things, but to be sincere, that feeling felt something. Okay, maybe because this happened in America, like you just get in and you get to learn, people are waiting for you. So yeah, you can see even there it's written APA style. So yeah, that APA originates from American Psychological Association. So I don't know how it came that psychologists informed scholars on what to do. So at this point, the APA person came and put their tag there. And yeah, I really wanted to visit um, their booth and see what they have. In any way, this is the APA. So this is the logo. Even my card membership, the blue one is the logo, but the one you see with the green, it's for the conference only, the annual conference. Comes with the green logo, but now this is the APA. And as you can see, this is APA manual. We are using, is it seventh edition 2020? That's the one. Is it 2020 or 2022? That's the one that currently we are using, or it's being used for APA style. And yeah, they had several. I know I have a soft copy, so I actually didn't pick. And they even hide the price tag, but guess what? They were actually giving for free. Well, I had been told about these things. They give for free. There is a lot of free gifts. So Yeah, here they said, okay, let us take a photo of you to post in our socials. Yeah, and I was happy, like, why not? I'll actually check their socials and see if they posted that photo. Yeah, now here it's where the rubber meets the road. So, welcome. I know if you're not a scholar and if you're not a psychologist, this you might think it's not interesting, but let me tell you, even our books, they are just interesting to know. So, please don't leave, be with us. Get to see some of the books here. There is one that interested me. That book, the cover or the title is Once Upon My Dad's Divorce. Once Upon My Dad's Divorce. We'll get there. So, most of this focused brief group therapy, most of these books have encountered, but not all. So, you can see forgiveness therapy, occupational health, psychology. They're not just for psychologists. In fact, the more you see the cover name, the more you'll be interested to search for such books, And this applies to everyone. For kids, I mean for your kids, for your teens, for young adults, which means you can even purchase one for yourself. Yeah, and also just for you to get to know, you don't have to be a scholar, you don't have to be a psychologist to take. Of course, some they need people who are already practicing. But yeah, becoming strategic leader, that one you can take if you're in business world and in leadership. Child development, emotion and cognition, that's more for psychologists, but some you can actually take. So children of color, this in the child welfare system, that doesn't really, affect us as Africans. Clinical neuropsychology, that mostly for psychologists, but yes, you'll get others. How to mix method, okay, I don't know, integrated behavioral health in primary care. Yeah, we are getting others, issues in clinical research and all that. Motivation made boosters, mindfulness. Actually, you have to be a psychologist for mindfulness book, multicultural care, this you can take. Now parenting, if you are a parent, let me tell you, this particular book here, you actually need it. I think I got one. You need it. If you're a parent, you actually need that. Imposter phenomena, relational cultural therapy. Um, well, some resonates with those who are practicing, but not all. Psychological approaches to treatment of pediatric obesity. Okay. Yeah, but now let's go to the kids. You will, that's about our practical ethics for psychologists. But then we are all guided by a PA code of ethics. We have 10 standards, and each standard has several substandards, Even some they have other 10 substandards. Yeah, but here comes, yeah, that's for substance use and addictions. So here comes some books that I found very interesting. Um, yeah, there were many. Actually, they had put them in a way that now one cabinet for those practicing, the professionals, both practicing and scholars or just students. Yeah, this is the most interesting. You need to buy all these books. Big Liars. Get to know, is it a pathology lying for our kids or not? Yani here, all the pieces. This is mostly for kids, and I got a lot of these books. I am not even so sure about the weight on my way back, but yeah, Harper becomes a big sister. You know, Harper, it's like how toys now become siblings to your kids because hey, you're not there. How are you? You know, how I feel when I hear no. How I feel when I hear no. Like parents, we all need these books. The littlest turtle, we need this. It will even guide us in our parenting. Champion children, you can see sensational animal senses. Stress less. This they are all books for kids. And as much as you're not a psychologist, you actually need because it will guide your parenting skills anyway. It's like I'm selling for them. You can visit to a PA website and whichever book you see you love, I think through Amazon, You will be there, you see, step by step guide for kids, true or false, quiet is mad. Let me tell you all these books. Now, this is my book. Once upon my dad's divorce. Once upon my dad's divorce. Parents who have divorced and separated, get to know how this affects your kids, you know. Sex ed for this stroller set. This goes for sexual abuse for the kids. Raising a resilient child. Definitely, if you're a parent, you need that. Like everything here, oh my god, it resonated with me as a parent, as a professional, and I'm sure in a way it will also resonate with you. The thing about love, true or false. Hey, I took my time. Let me tell you, I took my time. So yeah, this is the APA that I am a member, and All Smile is an institution. We are APA members. So yeah, shortly thereafter we left, and now uh, we left to the quote unquote Safaricom of America or Safaricom of Washington. I'm not so sure whether if you're watching this in America, you can guide us. You can tell us on comment section. If is it AT&T? If this, yeah, AT&T. So we got in because we needed to buy a SIM card. I mean, we needed Wi-Fi and all that and a SIM card. So that's directed there and me following. Yeah, so this is, they have like two Safaricoms. I don't know which one is more stronger or more, you know. Yeah, but of course, as we are waiting to be served, iPhone. I think I know why most people in America, by the way, in America, like everyone has an iPhone and the latest iPhone. Okay, the question is, where do you take the old ones? I don't know. Yeah, so they are cost effective, by the way, if you compare the cost there and here. One thing, we moved so fast from that shop, but yeah, we were served by a Kenyan guy. Hey, you, if you happen to see this, no, we do appreciate, we appreciate that we got a chance to be served by you. Um, I don't know how that video inverted there. Yeah, but clearly we've boarded the bus. So good. Thank you. Now we are back. We are going home. So apart from AT&T, they also have T-Mobile. So like they have two Safaricoms. I don't know which one is the Safaricom and the Airtel. By the way, please, Safaricom people, don't sue me. I'm just using for people to resonate. So we're already in a bus on our way back home. And guess what? At this particular point, it was around 8 p.m. 8 p.m. saa mbili ya usiku. Because I remember at some point, of course, we took a break. We went to McDonald's. We have another video for McDonald's we'll be sharing. Not for this particular day, but for another day. And I remember by the time we were leaving, to walk to the stage again, it was already past 8 p.m. Yeah, was even afraid like, oh, how will I be able to shoot this? Yeah, this is 8 p.m. 8 p.m. bado kuna light. Like, how? Yeah, so now we are coming out of the city. One thing you will realize is that Seattle is very green. So the videos ziko na the reflection because I'm shooting from I just used or we used our phones. So shooting from the bus. Seattle is a very green city. And what we learned is it's green because when it starts to rain during winter, it rains, it rains, it rains on daily basis. So that's why now during summer you can see all the greenery, you know, and the place is so nice. So one thing that we've learned is that during summer, they have longer days. The day starts just like our normal day back at home, but the day goes up to 10 p.m. Yani saa 4 ya usiku bado kona light hivi. Like around 11 p.m. is when now, yeah, hapa tumeshuka, tuko stage, we are heading home. Yeah, and finally we were home. So around 11 p.m. ndio sasa kunaingia giza. Yeah, and finally we got back to the hotel and this was our day before the conference.